Well, in other breaking news today, a federal district court judge struck down the Biden administration's attempt to redefine sex in the Title IX of the Civil Rights Act, a federal law designed to create equal opportunities for women in education and athletics. The U.S. District Court, Eastern District of Kentucky's Northern Division, ruled that the Biden administration's rewrite of Title IX exceeded the Department of Education's authority under Title IX and violated the Constitution. So what does that mean? Well, joining us now to discuss this, Meg Kilgannon, Senior Fellow for Education Studies at FRC. She previously served in the U.S. Department of Education during the first Trump administration. Meg, thanks so much for joining us on this breaking news.
Thanks for having me, Tony. It's a really great day.
So you've had a chance to read through the opinion. What are we looking at here? What does this do?
This basically, as they say, as the judge says at the end of the decision, this returns, vacating this rule returns the state of play to the status quo of the last 50 years. And we know that that state of play for the last 50 years has been that men are men and women are women, and we can each have our spaces, and women don't have to have men on their sports teams. So this was a really good ruling. It said that the rule, as the Biden administration had conceived it, was unconstitutional, that it compelled speech, that it was overstepped the bounds that were allowed to the department in terms of writing a rule like this. And so it was a short but a really thorough ruling.
The speech related to the pronoun usage, forcing teachers and others to use certain pronouns. So 26 states, previous states had challenged this. This came as a result of about 3 or 4 states challenging this in their districts. So what's next? Does this put it to rest? Is it over? Or what will be the next step?
Well, today's a national day of mourning and the government is closed today. So we haven't heard anything from the Biden administration to react to this ruling. But they, I suppose, could try to appeal to the Supreme Court. I think that they don't have time to do that, obviously. And I think it would be a dangerous thing for them to do. But hopefully we will just see the rule withdrawn. And we will then go back to continuing to fight for the rights of women and girls in states where these kind of rules are being enforced at the state and local level. And sadly, that's happening in about half the country. The state of California, states like Massachusetts, New York, New Jersey, they have rules similar to this Title IX rule on their books already. And so they can be changed in the future, and I think that's where our movement in the fight to protect children is going to have to focus. We need to make sure that we are rooting this out of our own states, because in plenty of red states and school districts in red states, there are policies like these, and children are being harmed by them, and teachers are being forced to enforce them. So we have to make sure that we're continuing to fight this ideology, because it's not rooted out yet.
That's the great opportunity that's here on so many fronts, is under this incoming administration, we have the ability and opportunity to do some very important work that will have lasting effect. But we can't just assume it's going to happen. We have to make it happen. Meg Kilgannon, thanks so much for jumping in here at the last minute and giving us that update.
Thanks, Tony.